My name's Jonathan Crockett. I am the chairman of Phillips auction house here in Asia, and I've been in Hong Kong on and off since 2007. The role of the auction house really is to provide a platform for a secondary market where items, and in our case at Phillips, art, watches, jewellery, items to be sold, bought and sold, where items which have been previously owned and purchased from the primary market. So essentially it's a marketplace for pre-owned collectibles. Once we've consigned works, we do the research into each piece. This can involve getting in touch with the artists themselves, their studios or their foundations, and, doing a lot of research into the printed material, and writing essays. And we have to photograph everything, inspect the artwork, check the condition, catalogue everything, put it all online onto our online catalogues. It's a huge amount of work. So it's not just a couple of days of very glitzy, glamorous auction previews where you can walk around, have a glass of champagne. It's actually 6 months of work which go into this process. It's been an uphill journey ever since we started in 2016. On day one here at Phillips, what was immediately apparent was that as a brand, nobody knew who we were. So overcoming that brand identity as a challenge was kind of number one. People would confuse us for the electronics company. And I would actually get emails saying, my toothbrush is broken, how can I return it? I should have printed out those emails and framed them in my office. When it comes to the auction business here in Hong Kong, Sotheby's and Christie's have been here for over 30, 40 years. People have grown up with that brand recognition, and for another player to come onto the scene and establish oneself in light of that duopoly, it was incredibly difficult. And many other auction houses have tried to do the same, all with very limited success. So it was immediately apparent to me that we had to set ourselves apart from Sotheby's and Christie's and do something completely different. Otherwise, why would anyone pay us any attention? So we established a name for ourselves for doing something different, which was to bring Western artists to Asia for the first time and offer new names that had never been offered at auction in Asia. What happened was this kind of aligned with the changes in current market taste. People were, we would proactively go out and look for artists that we knew collectors were looking for in the primary market, bring those artworks back, put them into our sales here. Nowadays, the market for Western contemporary art is very much supported by Asian collectors globally. We have about 30 to 40% of participation in our sales globally in London, New York, Geneva, coming from Asian collectors. So it's really a very dominant force now. Traditionally, when we were able to travel freely, we would travel around the world to meet with clients who potentially would be interested in selling with us. These days, of course, when it's not possible to travel so freely, we've been forced to do everything remotely. We're constantly selling something now online. We've come up with an innovative digital platform called Gallery One, which is essentially an evolving marketplace, which is a revolving marketplace, which is constantly online, where one is able to buy something at any time of the year. We're particularly lucky this season to have been entrusted with almost 250 artworks. The top lot of the sale is an abstract painting, an early abstract by Gerhard Richter from 1984. It's called Kerzenschein, which in German means candlelight. We're also excited to have a Monet, Claude Monet painting, consigned to us for sale this time. It's the first time we've ever offered a Monet at auction. It's a still life of poppies in a Chinese vase. We have a Rodin sculpture, a lifetime cast of one of his most famous works, the Lavoisier, The Kiss. But we also have the strongest component of our sale, and where we really kind of excel, is our offering of young contemporary artists, artists who are yet to really have an established market here in Asia. We're introducing many of these names to the market in Hong Kong for the very first time. When it comes to art and culture, people kind of come at it from a financial mindset. And I think that's certainly one of the challenges that the art and cultural scene here in Hong Kong faces. We, as an auction house, yes, we're a business, but we're very aware of this, this mindset, and I'm very keen to change that as in the small way that I might be able to. With the recent opening of M+, I think people will, or the population of Hong Kong will be increasingly exposed to world-class exhibitions of art, and I hope these exhibitions will serve to change the way people think about art in general, and that it's not just an object to be bought for speculative reasons.